Now, in the 4 pillars of customer acquisition, this is the second video. So if you've not watched the first one, which was the introduction, make sure you start by watching that and then you come to this, because there are certain things that we discussed. We did the foundation work about the 4 pillars of customer acquisition, and you need to know that for you to be able to catch on with this one. So in this one, we'll be looking at the first pillar, which is positioning. So what is positioning? Now, before we get to the definition, the unfortunate reality when it comes to positioning is that a lot of businesses don't even do positioning. And the only reason why some of these businesses are still operational is because the colleagues that they are competing with also don't do positioning. But if you do positioning, it's going to give you like very solid foundation to do, that is to pursue the second pillar, third pillar, and the fourth pillar of your customer acquisition process. So positioning, what is positioning? Now, positioning is getting into your customer's mind and identifying a space that is unoccupied. Getting into your customer's mind and identifying a space that is unoccupied. Now, there are certain caveats that you have to this. The first one is that space that you identify has to be in the form of a problem that is unsolved or a need that is unmet. So it's not just some random space in your customer's mind. No, it has to be a problem that they have. So something that they would want to be different. A problem that they have that is unsolved, a need that they have that is unmet. Or you can just describe it as an itch that they have that is unscratched. Keep in mind that I said there has to be 2 caveats. The second caveat is that problem that is unsolved needs to be one that you have the ability to solve. So it needs to be a problem that is unsolved that you have the ability to solve. A need that is unmet that you have the ability to meet. Or if you want to describe it this way, an itch that is unscratched that you have the ability to scratch. So positioning has to fit into that category, or that has to be described in that criteria. Now, positioning is the foundation of everything. Keep in mind that in everything that I've described about positioning, I've not talked about you. I've not talked about your business or your products or your services. Because positioning has nothing to do with you or your business. It's got everything to do with the customer. And this is what makes a lot of people uncomfortable, because it requires them to get out of their skin and go into the customer's experience and understand the customer exclusive or without having to factor their business. Now, most people don't have that perspective, or most people lack that ability to look at the customer objectively. And this is why it's so uncomfortable to do positioning. But positioning doesn't involve your business. It just requires you to get into the customer space and understand their needs, understand their problems, understand their itch, so to speak. Okay, so that's what positioning is. It's identifying that space in the customer's mind that is unoccupied. Now, in the next video, we'll be looking at the second pillar, which is branding. Cheers.